Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I am D.
Good day, sir. I am Lish.
And welcome to Allow It.
Allow it.
Another week in the world of Allow It.
In paradise, I thought you like to say.
Another week in paradise. But that paradise, it was freezing last week. So that's the reason why I just had to emphasize the fact that we're not in the Bahamas. Okay. And it was very, very cold. But it's not this cold this week. So it's quite mild.
It's nice, actually.
It's very British of us to speak about the weather as soon as we start this podcast.
It's wet.
Windy. Blistering.
And there's overcast, per usual.
Of course. Overcast as well.
Yeah.
So, I know. You look cute, by the way, as usual today.
Oh, thank you.
I refused to put a face on today. I just could not fathom it. I said, you know what? Let me just allow it. I just said,
I was like, let me put on my signature.
Your signature red?
My signature red.
Exactly.
I was going to put another color on, but then I was like, let me stick to what I'm comfortable with.
I know, exactly. But like I told you today, we're going to speak about the fact that, what are you wearing today and why, actually? What are you wearing today and why? Yeah.
What am I wearing today? I am wearing...
You don't need to... It's not about the labels, by the way. You just say why you chose what you're wearing. So
but I would love to say that
you'd love to say where it's from.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
This is from IKEA.
All right then, bola.
This is from IKEA.
You got your IKEA.
I got my. It's a robe, but I've turned it into a
kimono. Yeah. And why?
Because I decided to dress in all black today, but before I left the house, I was like, oh, I'm feeling a bit colorful. So let me
just throw this on.
Let me splash some color
Exactly. There. So it encourages the people who don't watch us to watch us and not just listen.
Oh.
So they can see what we were reading.
I ain't gonna lie. I prefer you guys listening to us. Shout out to Spotify and
Apple. Shout out to YouTube. Please go and subscribe and share and like. Thank you guys anyway, really genuinely for the support so far, because it's actually it's overwhelming. I wouldn't even think, for anybody else, they'll be like, oh, those are small numbers. But for us, I'm like, who really wants to sit there and listen to us?
Even our people that are watching us on the big screen, I'm like, wow, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you very much. And you did your all black, but your red lip is going very well with the kimono situation. So I'm all over it.
Thanks. What are you wearing today?
What am I wearing today? Today I went for the Rich Jovis / Amish look that I always go for. And you know what's so funny? Uncle John said to me, so I've got this headscarf on because I couldn't be bothered to do my edges. That's life. And of course, today is Love Day. What other day to wear Dior but on Love Day? Love / Horror Day.
Of course.
That's what we call it. So, when you're wearing Dior, they should adore you. That's the point. I don't know if I really got that with at home today, but that's another story
sure
for a different day.
Your boys are not adoring you today?
My boys were adoring me today. It's not my day technically, because as we know, it's Uncle John's British government birthday today, and I'm very happy for him. Happy birthday, Uncle John!
Happy birthday!
Such a cutie. He was so happy
to you.
Oh, not you singing for him. He's gonna love that you've appreciated him that way. But yeah, he's such a cutie. He enjoyed his gifts. He even if you buy him the slightest thing, his face lights up, which was adorable. And then he ended up getting a watch for himself, which he hates, and he's sending it back. And then in a way, when he bought it, I was actually thinking to myself, maybe I should get it for him. But then actually, it's a good thing I didn't, because I was just gonna end up returning it the way he's returning it. But he had a fab day. He went to work. He doesn't really care much for his birthday. He's not really a big birthday person. Yeah, I'm all about
making money on your birthday. It's all right.
Exactly. Yeah. He's not a big birthday person, but he did his little thing and he had a good day. So that's all that matters. When I wore my glasses and my headscarf and the dress and everything put together, he said, I think maybe the black glasses, because I had two options. He said, I think maybe the black glasses make you look like you're going to a funeral. I said, perfect. That's exactly the look I want. Thank you very much.
They're super
I said that's exactly the look I'm going for. I'm giving funeral chic. I'm giving Amish. I want to give Jehovah's Witness. I want to give no skin. That's basically
Don't
all
worry,
I was
that's
trying
on
to
my
give.
funeral,
But
please.
it's
Yeah.
perfect.
No.
No.
No, that's not the funeral look I want.
Anything that he says, which is the opposite effect of what is supposed to be,
Yeah,
that's
like
that's perfect. That's perfect. But yeah, I chose this because I was just feeling very mute today. That's the reason
mute,
why.
but it's still
giving.
loud.
It's still loud.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
yeah, mute with
with loud.
Yeah,
Because you know what we're all about, the shouting luxury.
oh my god,
I refuse to be quiet. Let luxury shout from the rooftops.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know why I wasn't.
know what's on her feet.
I shouldn't be born. What's on my feet? Balances.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
New Balances. I got my balances.
She'll make sure it's
shout out
loud.
to New Balance. Sponsor us, sign us.
And Dior.
And Dior, of course.
I think she'd
if
rather
you
have
me.
you guys sponsor her instead.
For sure. So
shout it from the mountaintop.
From the mountaintops, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. So today,
what are we doing today, Lish?
Today. So you know, every now and then I see articles that pop up, and I'm just like, this is interesting.
Why would it be that interesting to you to begin with? This is how you know you're suspect. You're a flag. You're a flag walking around.
Not a flag. So today I want to talk about, why do people cheat? And I want us to kind of dive into confessions of some married people that have done it. Me. Wait, not me. Not me.
No, you baiting.
Not me. Let me rewind.
Trust me, it's not her, because otherwise I would know.
Exactly.
Well, I hope I would.
Exactly. I'm not a cheater.
I'll tell.
I'm not a cheater.
If you don't get out of here.
I am not.
Black women don't cheat.
Just like black men don't cheat.
Exactly. We don't.
Wink. But yeah, I'm not a cheater. But I am curious sometimes, because I am a firm believer in that I don't really think that there's one person on this planet for one person.
No, you know what? Now that I say that, I used to think that. And then I actually think there is one person out here for one person, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that that one person is going to choose that one person all the time.
True.
Because
I guess it's back to like the twin flame.
Yeah,
situation.
exactly. Monogamy is a choice. You wake up every day and you choose to be with that person and only that person alone. Every single day, be it every hour. Some people even have to choose every 5 minutes because there's out here temptations and such. So they have to continuously choose that one person. So yes, I still believe there's the one person out there for one person, but that person doesn't necessarily stay faithful.
Yeah. So I don't believe in twin flames.
No. You believe there's multiple flames?
I feel like, yeah, I believe there is multiple flames. I believe that you can grow to make that person be your person. Yeah, you know what I don't feel like I'm going to, because if I was to meet a guy on the street, right? And I'm like, oh, he's the one. Off the bat, he's the one because of how he looks.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
people lie. They
like what
lie.
they see. Yeah, right.
When they say they don't like what they see.
It's solely based off of looks. And I remember in my past situationships where I would see somebody and it's solely based off their looks that I'm attracted to that person. And then you get to date them, you get to know them, and then you kind of figure out that this guy is a really shit person. Right. He's not my person, but...
And it fizzles out.
But, you know, you hang in there for some time because you're just like, he looks
great.
Looks good.
the amount of times where they've just looked great, and that's okay. That's
And
all
he
that
ticks
matters
some
to him.
other
He ticks
boxes, but he
yeah.
doesn't tick the most important boxes. But
But that's when you know you're in it for a short time and not for a long
not
time.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically that. Most men do that anyway. They're looking for trophies, looking for people who are great for a short time, so you can party with, you can look good with. They look good. They don't ask for too much. You know how the guys are saying, "Oh, be my peace." All of that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, be my peace. Yeah,
All
yeah,
she's
yeah.
bringing is peace on a table. She might as well be Switzerland. She's the United Nations. She's bringing us that much peace.
I'm Switzerland.
You get I'm sorry. I just had to. I'm so sorry. Let's not do that.
Very rude. Why? Like what?
Let's not do that.
What kind of reaction is that?
Switzerland.
I am Switzerland.
Okay, if you say so.
No,
Who
I
am
am
I?
Switzerland.
Who am I? I'm in a friendship with you.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't know any difference.
But I'm Switzerland in
so
friendships
I'll ask
and
maybe the person who's actually in a relationship with you, and we'll see if he'll say that you are the United Nations to him. You are the Hague. You bring that much peace.
I bring so much peace. But yes. So back to my original statement though. With me saying that I don't believe that there's one person on this planet for one person, I guess, back to a twin flame sort of say.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean though that I am justifying that if you're in a relationship with somebody that you should cheat on that person because you're with a person and you're not sure if that's your person or not.
I don't think people cheat just because they're not sure that that's their person. I think they cheat because they can cheat.
Yeah, so let's tap into.
Shall I start with
mine?
mine?
Yeah. Let's tap into one of these confessions.
Guess what her name is? Guess what her name is, this confessor?
What's
her name is Alicia.
Wow. Blasphemy.
Alicia, 26, a graphic designer.
Wow.
The last time I had sex with Mark was when his fiance was on her hen do in the spring. We spent her whole hen do at my house. I said, don't marry her, don't do it. I mean it. I put my cards so firmly on the table. He invited me to the wedding and said, I really want you there.
Oh, wait, so pause. Pause.
Why are you pausing already?
Pause.
What's the problem here?
Alicia is dating a married man. Well, a man that's about to get married.
A fiance of someone.
A fiance of someone.
And yes, so she basically, the last time she had sex with Mark was when it was the young lady's hen do. So of course she went out of the country with her girls, and then he stayed and fraternized with Alicia.
Wow. Okay.
Alicia, of course, said, don't marry her. He invited me to the wedding and said, I really want you there. I replied, I'm not going to turn up to your effing wedding. That's so weird. We slept together when your wife was on her hen do. All our colleagues were asking me why I wasn't going. It started when he launched at me in a taxi and said, I think about that kiss we had at a Christmas party years ago all the time. I fancy you so much. I've wanted this for so long. When he told me he had a fiance, I was like, get off me. But after a few drinks that night, we went back to my hotel room and had really wild sex.
Wow, Alicia, you've done us dirty.
When we both slept through our meetings the next morning, our colleagues didn't question it. We spent that whole trip having sex.
This work trip.
It escalated from there. It still makes me a bit physically sick that he did get married.
So Alicia essentially wanted more then.
Well, clearly,
which is
just actual madness. Because why would you think that this man is then gonna leave his actual wife to be for someone that he was snogging in the back of a cab?
I mean, because some idiot men do.
But oh gosh,
I mean, I don't know if it's true. Let me not be in them people's business. But because she came up during the Super Bowl.
Who came up
Another
during the
Alicia.
Super Bowl?
Some people say
She did not take that man from anybody. That woman and that man were already separated for a long period of time.
Were they?
Yes, they were.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't
and
know.
she said it. Actually, the ex-wife has said it numerous times.
So why do people think
to
that?
say, please stop.
Why do people think
We were separated?
That she took.
We were actually.
That guy's...
I think that the divorce was actually finalized first before they started doing anything.
Oh, that's dirty.
But it's because of the whole they're in the music industry together, and I think he was producing one of her albums during the time because they were seen together.
So
people
they thought
then
something was
assumed
happening
that
in the
something
background.
already started happening before the
Okay.
divorce to Mashonda.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And people are saying, oh, she just lost her voice. This is Alicia Keys, by the way, if you're just having all these Alicias that just keep on cheating.
Well, no, because Alicia was not messing with nobody. We just confirmed it.
We just confirmed she was
We
not actually
confirmed
messing
it.
with that man while he was married.
I didn't know the tea. It's just that,
Yeah.
she came up
No,
again
no,
and I'm
no.
like, oh, did she?
Yeah, it's just a huge misconception, I think, genuinely in the black community that woman took that man from.
And then
from
another
his
thing
ex.
too, though, I do want to, I for women, a woman cannot take
Anybody from anyone.
So it's like, come on now.
No, anybody can't take
Anybody,
anybody.
yes.
You
And vice versa.
First of all, people are not owned by other people, and second of all, that person wanted to go already. There was no someone taking or someone doing that it doesn't exist at all.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. You took my man. The boy is mine. No, the boy was never yours to begin with. So yeah. So back to this. That night I got absolutely wasted at some party, was incoherent, and had to be put in a taxi home. She's got problems, this girl. Is she okay? Since he got married, I've taken a massive step back. Why are you taking a step back? He texted me last week saying, do you want to go for a drink on Monday? I just said, sorry, not in the office that day. I never want to sleep with him again because there are feelings there. Well, you have feelings. He doesn't. He clearly doesn't have feelings for you. He's using you.
Yeah.
But we're going to Madrid together in March.
Gosh. Wow.
We're going to Madrid
Wow.
together in March on our own for a work trip. Girl, just find a different job at this point. This doesn't make no sense. Let him find a different job, actually.
Yeah.
He's offered for me to stay in his hotel room, go on dates, and stay an extra night free of charge. I don't want to fall back into that trap, but realistically, we're going to sleep together in Madrid. How weak can you be? This guy, is it golden? His penis? Because this does not make any sense. He's gone and he's married this person, and you're still saying, oh yeah, I'm going to sleep with him in Madrid.
You're still...
There's nothing sexy about Madrid, by the way. It's not the capital city of lust and seduction. So
I just hate that.
And you're 26 years old and you're a graphic designer. You must have something going for you. There has to be an abundance of men out there that want someone who's, well-to-do, got a nice job. I'm sure she's a good-looking young lady. Why are you getting snogged in the back of a cab like you're some cheapskate
married man,
by an almost married man who is now married?
That you're going to Madrid.
Oh my God, that's awful. That's awful. That's the other thing. I could not imagine being with someone who's married. Like full-blown wife. Just the whole entire show.
Yeah,
it just does not make sense to me.
There's so many flat out knowing it too. I like my space.
There's so many single people out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be okay with me sleeping with a man and he's leaving me to go back home to his wife and his family. I'm too possessive for that.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Some people are quite happy to have that because they want their space and they actually don't want someone to be sleeping over and stuff. There's some women who genuinely source. I think there's an actual dating website somewhere. It was in the news somewhere or something along those lines.
Oh, I think my guy. That's
the site that he found someone. There's an actual dating website where you can find married people to be having affairs with.
Which is crazy because even, as I said, I don't mind my space. You can go back home to your own house, but by yourself. I'm not okay to know that you slept with me. Most likely you're gonna go home and then sleep with your wife.
Sleep with your wife. That's actually nuts to me. And to think that she's so young and she's putting herself through that, it's like I said, it's crazy. I'm sure there's other successful, handsome men in the office that she could be fraternizing with instead of this guy talking about you can stay one more extra night in Madrid and we can go on dates. What kind of
in Madrid?
You know, what is it called? Like,
but that's also keeping her in that fantasy of what if, because obviously it's not just sex to her. She actually really likes this guy.
She's already said there's feelings.
Yeah,
which is stupid.
She likes this
guy.
Because
how can you have feelings for someone who's married? And I genuinely don't think he's got feelings for her. I think he just uses her.
He's using her. 100%. He's using her, and it's a shame, as you said. I think at that age, if that was me,
there's no way.
No,
actually,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I don't want to. And even when I'm dating someone and it's not serious, I don't want to know that you're sleeping with other people. I think no, I don't want to know that.
But then these days, there's this openness, right? Saying, just be open, just tell me, just no,
keep that shit to yourself.
Like, I'm very much the what I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
That ties into the post that we saw from that woman.
Remind me again.
So she cheated on her husband,
right?
And then she gave her husband a hall pass.
Whole pass
to cheat
because
she cheated on him.
Whole pass for British people is basically she gave him it's called a red card. In school you get a red card so you could go to the bathroom without the teacher stopping you.
Oh yeah, she gave him a red card.
And he said yes, I remember, and he said that he decided not to cheat,
which is bullshit.
Because God has more in store for them, and when people start bringing religion into this, I'm just like, please, can you stop?
Why you cheated and why you decided not to
cheat back? Can you stop? This has got nothing to do with the big man.
It's just having morals.
Thank you. This has got nothing to do with the big man. He's not involved. And he doesn't want to be involved either. You stay shouting it, and especially these people that end up following them on TikTok and on social media, because they're just obsessed with the story of, okay, she cheated on this man, therefore if my man has cheated on me, I can give, I should either be given a whole pass or I should forgive, and we should get God involved and we can work on this relationship and this and this. I say each to your own. If you want to stay in the relationship, if you find out that someone is cheating on you and you still stay in the relationship, the marriage or whatever it may be, that's completely up to you. But don't start saying that religion this and God this and so that, because that's got nothing to do with it.
God told me to stay.
No.
God told me to leave.
Don't do that.
God told me to,
Don't do that.
to watch this space.
The big man up there like, please, leave me out of this. Okay? Because this got nothing to do with it. It's your decision, girl.
God has entered the chat.
I know. Girl, it's your decision to stay or not to stay. That's your decision. What I am not an advocate for as well is I find that these narcissists, because I believe that she is, because now 100% she's getting this attention.
She is a narcissist, yeah, and he's sitting in that video looking like a mug,
an absolute fool. Lish is gonna add the clip in, so you guys can see for reference what we're talking about. But on top of that, you can see she's a narc because in the background, she's talking about how as soon as she did it, she felt the need to go and confess. Narcs are always like this.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for me. I am now the victim, actually, in this, because temptation took over me and the Jezebel came out of me, and all of a sudden then I decided to cheat on you. And then now this man is feeling sorry for her, talking about I prayed for her. And no, don't.
There ain't no way my man's gonna come to me and confess to cheating.
Stop these stupid ass confessions, by the way.
It's gonna turn around to me being like, let's pray on this.
Exactly.
What?
I just don't. And you know, there was the generation before us were very much like that. Very much like that. Oh, your husband slaps you around here and there. Oh, you angered him. What? How are you saying abuse is you angering them? Or the other way around.
What did you do?
Exactly, because there's also domestic violence in the other way around too. Women slapping around men, and then maybe his father or his mother telling him, actually, no, you antagonized her, and maybe you should do this for her instead, and you need to do more for her, and this and such wouldn't be happening to you. All these excuses for all this bad behavior. For what? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm just like, you go over, you do what you do, and then you come confessing and crying and weeping and talking about how, oh, I'm so sorry I did this to you. In a way, I feel like she felt great about coming to confess to this guy.
I feel that as well. I just feel, as I said, I'm not a cheater. So I wouldn't know what goes through the mind of a cheater. I just don't understand why you would then feel if you were already put in this position where you decided to cheat, you went through with it and you cheated on your husband, partner, whatever, wife, spouse. I just don't understand, as you said, what would ginger your spirit then to be like, oh, I feel really bad about this, so now I need to go and tell my significant other what I did and see how we're gonna work through this, because obviously there ain't no working through. What are you working through?
I don't know.
I don't understand. What are you working through? Unless that person has physically caught you in the act of doing something.
Just shut up.
I don't understand. Why?
Shut up.
Why?
Take it to your grave.
Thank you.
Take it to your grave.
Thank you.
There really ain't no need. Unless you've been caught out, take it to your grave. Not only take it to your grave, get out of that relationship. You clearly don't want to be with that person. So therefore, your next step forwards is not you confessing. Your steps forward
exactly.
Are you
especially if you can't stop cheating.
If you can't stop it,
go get therapy.
Your next step forward is something else, but it's not you.
To a therapist.
Go speak to a therapist. Get help. Get whatever you need to do, but don't go and make sure that you confess and start talking about, and then we talk through it, and then now he's forgiven me. I said this girl looks like an absolute fool.
I've given him a
and
pass.
I bet you
he's decided not to take it.
I bet you his DMs are popping now. He's gonna take that whole pass like
he cheated on you. He's just not dumb.
Exactly. He's just not dumb enough to confess. Yeah.
He's sitting over there talking about, I decided not to take that hall pass. He probably cheated on you before you even cheated on him.
He's probably cheating now. He's probably cheating now. I actually had to remind myself that I forgot to say, hi, by the way, my name's Dion and I'm not a cheater.
I'm not a cheater.
First of all, there's just so many reasons why I'm not a cheater. Morally, it's not right.
It's too much work.
That's my biggest reason.
I'm lazy.
My biggest reason is not it's such a why am I even confessing this? My biggest reason is not the morality factor. It's the fact that I don't have flipping time. I don't have the time to be wasting on some side person that I then have to invest my time in. I don't even need to invest feelings or money or nothing. I barely have got time for myself, let alone investing time and this other person who wants something from me. I don't have that time. Barely got time for everything else that's going on in my life right now to then be right now and all the time.
Yeah. No, but
to then think to myself, okay, maybe let me take the time out to book hotels, make sure I'm out of the country, make sure I'm out of the city, make sure no one sees me from John's mosque, make sure.
That's another thing
exactly.
too. Especially
my other half is so well known.
A Nigerian as
exactly. He's so well known around this area and beyond that where am I going?
Yeah.
To do these things. And you know, they clock me before I clock them.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, damn. It's another one. Hey.
Yeah.
Dion, how's your husband? And there's me like.
That'd be you out on a date in a restaurant.
And like.
I had asked our friend when I saw that post where it was saying if you went to a restaurant.
Oh, yes,
and
I
you
saw
that.
And
your
you
significant other, what would you do? And Mercy said, I don't know, maybe I'll sit down or maybe I'll turn around and leave. I said, if you're leaving, that's because you're doing the same thing that your person's doing.
That doesn't mean that. He's leaving because
why are you turning
done.
around and leave?
Because he's done.
Done with what?
There's nothing even
you
to
still
argue
wanted
about.
You still wanted to eat.
No, you see, this is how you always say to me that me and my brother are so similar because we are. I'll do exactly the same thing. If I was to walk in on my on my other half in a restaurant on a date doing whatever it may be, I'm walking straight out. I'm literally mute. You know, I've got no time for that.
Yeah.
Once I see you, I see what's happening, I'm done. There's nothing to discuss. To discuss. Every other weekend you come pick up the boys. That's the only discussion we're having, really. But really, there's nothing. Oh, if you got somewhere to be, we're sorry. That was abrupt and rude.
No, I'm very sorry.
They should have looked at her watch. The people that can't are not watching on YouTube.
There's somebody at my door.
Oh, there's your ring.
Yeah.
Is that your boo? Talking about I don't cheat. Your boo turned up at your house talking about.
He doesn't know where I live.
Where's Lish? I've been looking for her all day.
Today is love day.
And then your hubby will open the door and he'll be like, I've brought her roses. Who are you?
My big daddy.
Your big daddy. But no, I'm walking out. For me, there's no fight to fight, especially I'm not fighting. Children, I'm not even talking about it. There's nothing to talk about.
I'm not walking out. We're definitely not the same person.
Okay, so what would you do?
I'm not walking out because I came there because I wanted to eat regardless.
Okay, so you're gonna eat.
I'm gonna eat. Right. Even to be even more petty, I'm gonna ask to be seated right next to them.
Right.
I'm not gonna start any drama or anything, but okay. Yeah,
you just want to be
gonna be there. I want to be seen. I want you to know that I'm here. There's a point for you to see me because I see you.
Why so invested?
Because I am. I see you, so see me.
You're the fight for my life type of chicks because you're gonna walk away and you're still gonna talk about it and you're gonna be like, so who is she? And it's blatant who she is.
I am.
But it's so blatant who she is.
Who is she? Could be his work colleague.
Could be his work colleague. So why is he sweating then? Why is he sweating?
It could be anybody.
First of all, my other half only has one female work colleague and she works for HR. And that's it. You already know her. That's it. So why would he be going to lunch with her? It doesn't make any sense. It's so obvious what's going on.
What's happening there? Well, no, not fair enough. That's not fair because I could be having lunch with my work colleague. And it's just lunch.
No, but that's very true, though. You do stay in these streets.
Exactly.
And most of your colleagues are all male.
Exactly.
Most of your friends are male.
I have a lot of male friends. So, yeah. So, also, too, I don't want to jump to a conclusion because he could see me and know 100% it's nothing.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
It's one of my boys.
I guess so. With me, definitely, he would walk in and first of all, he would know I'm there. There's no hiding it.
I think that too. You would know.
Yeah, he would know I'm there. Yeah. If I'm going out with my boy, I'd be like, look, I'm going out with my boy. We're going for lunch, blah, blah, blah. I'm meeting up with so-and-so, moving out with so-and-so. He would definitely know. First of all, he has to look after the boys. Let's say when the boys are older, he doesn't have to look after the boys. But I still have to okay, cool. I'm going out. I'm going there. Yeah. And he is very much the guy who wants to kind of know what I'm doing with my day. Hey, what are you doing with your day? He calls me 100 times a day.
Yours is. Mine is.
So he would know. Even if I'm around the corner, he would know I'm around the corner. No. So yeah. So there's no way. Yeah.
Mine was just if he remembers something or needs something, and then he'll be like,
Oh, that's why. Exactly.
Let
Let me call her and find out where she is. Yeah. No,
but
mine
no,
just
he's
calls
not.
for
Yeah,
no reason.
he's not
So
calling. He's not checking up.
In that scenario, bitch, I'm walking away. There ain't no ifs or buts. We're done here. There's really nothing to talk about. For me, I always say silence is golden. I rarely ever speak on subjects that maybe should be spoken about. I don't speak. I don't argue. I don't do all of that stuff. It's a waste of time. That's between you and God.
Silence is not golden for me.
It's absolutely golden
talking.
because they'll always wonder.
I'm talking. I want answers. I want closure.
You want closure? There's no closure there. It's already closed.
I'm the closure girl.
Once you see them togetger, it's closed.
I'm the closure girl.
Charge it to the game and keep it pushing.
I'm meeting so and so to get closure.
Closure doesn't exist. Just for those people that are trying to look for closure right now, I'm sorry. Closure does not exist. There's never gonna be closure.
Get your closure, people.
Yeah, you don't need closure. You need a therapist. You don't need closure, you need a therapist.
Get that last conversation.
Or you need a glass of wine, but you definitely do not need closure. There's no such thing.
Get that last conversation in if you need to, okay? Get that closure. Don't let her deter you from closure. Her and her cancerous vibes, okay?
I still tell you that even now, if I was to ever bump into a old friend of mine, that I call them, like there's really nothing to.
There's nothing to talk about.
Where I'm walking past you, I might say hello. They might say hello. I might not even say hello. I've got nothing to say hello to. It's just like just keep it pushing, man. That was a old life.
Yeah.
It's over. It's done with. Like life is just so. It's got so many seasons that there's really no point in wasting time on really trying to figure out why this person did this to me and do that. I just ban that.
Yeah.
It's done is done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not asking for. No, I'm asking for closure. Let's
you say your little scenario. So what happened with that person?
So my scenario, I actually have so many questions.
Yeah, go on.
Because I'm like flabbergasted. This guy, he's 39. He's a tech consultant.
Okay.
I met my wife at university. And I still very much love her. But we do have different expectations, especially when it comes to sex. I once had an affair with someone I knew, and it was a mind-blowing, passionate, and rewarding experience.
Wowza.
But I didn't want to have another affair in my own circles. So I joined a dating site for extramarital affairs called Ashley Madison. And have since had several liaisons.
Sorry, hold on. The effort to even download that app, to even go online, to even put in your profile. This man has got time on his hands.
Time is money.
Time is money.
I'm just like, be single. Because when I tap into it, this guy, you're an addict. You have a problem.
He's got a problem. Let's go on.
My current affair and I go to swingers clubs in London.
Wow.
One of those mask-only events. Well, until that and everything else comes off.
Stop it!
It is an incredible experience for
Not incredible experience!
And something we can never do with our partners. So the girls also...
Be single.
With somebody. I also started another affair last Feb. She only lives 30 minutes from me. And we both work from home. So in the early stages, we would pop around for an hour or two each week.
Wow.
And have some fun. It was great. But there were a couple of close shaves with work. Once my colleague kept ringing me. I could tell it was urgent, so I took the video call and asked my buddy not to say anything. I was slightly freaking out. She had other ideas, though, and crept under my desk on her knees in front of me with her head bobbing up and down through the whole thing. Extremely distracting, to say the least.
Jezebel! Wow!
In June,
she would turn around and turn into salt.
Hello? In June,
Sodom and Gomorrah.
we even changed my profile on Ashley Madison. So it said we are a couple seeking a third or another couple. We found another couple having an affair together, and over the next few weeks, we all chatted, eventually worked out the logistics, which was tricky, and met up for an afternoon of fun in a hotel in London.
Jeez.
It was amazing. We were all exhausted, but extremely happy afterwards. My wife has no idea about my affairs.
The diseases.
I did feel incredibly guilty after the first experience, and I really wrestled with whether to confess or not. But subsequently, I've been able to compartmentalize those feelings.
Of course it is.
I don't feel bad about it at all. It's so hot, so much fun, and I love it.
He's disgusting. No, he's a nympho. Is it called a nympho?
Right? Yeah.
No, he's disgusting.
Yeah,
he's disgusting. First of all, the diseases that are just going round and round in circles. Where's the safety in all of this? Do people even care these days?
I think
Are they getting tested as a group?
Absolutely not. I'm sure they're not.
Just bodily fluids in general, for me, freak me the hell out.
Same
just
for me as well.
I'm
just kind of like, why are you married?
I don't understand why this man is married. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You obviously just want to fuck.
Just be single. And you met the girl in uni. You're not going to be the same people.
Exactly.
This is why I always say it's so important. And I know you said to me, when I said my little caveat last week or maybe the week before, to say I'm so glad that I didn't have any children during my 20s. Although I was in long-term relationships, I didn't have any children. There is people that we know of, that I know of, that have had children in their 20s, have been in marriages in their early 20s. Since they were same person so from high young.
School or uni, like you said.
And because of that, they always feel like they're missing out. Not all of them. Bear in mind, not all of them. There's some of them who are just happy and it's all good, it's all great. But most of them,
a good 80% of those people have stepped out on their significant other.
Because they feel like they're missing out on something somehow because they didn't experience life, or they didn't do this, or they did this too early and they've settled down too early. And like I keep on saying, the woman you were when you were 18 and the woman you are when you're even 23, 28, 30, 35, 50 is not the same person. And if women evolve like that, I can only imagine how men also evolve like that too. You're just not the same person. So therefore, these decisions, when you're making these decisions so early on, before the brain is barely developing, and then you expect then at 39 to still be attracted to the girl that you were attracted to in uni, and then be faithful to her as well at the same time. Let that girl be free. She's most probably still young enough that she's most probably 39 too, which is very young. You're young enough to go move on, have a different relationship with someone else who values you, who cherishes you, and he should be out doing his swinging and loving life without like feeling guilt.
He's definitely doing a disservice to her. That's not fair on her. He's
over here talking about I feel guilty. He shouldn't. Just live life and be single and not be tied down to anybody.
And let her go, because I cannot imagine, God forbid, me finding that my significant other is on Ashley Madison, going to swingers parties in London, booking hotels with other cheaters to fuck, suck, and do whatever else they're doing.
Not to fuck and suck.
No, that's wild behavior to me. I think that's wild. I to be honest, Ashley Madison has to be. It's a kink website because you want to be with somebody that's in a relationship.
Yeah, which is really technically some sort of fetish. Really, because you don't want someone who is single. Which is also interesting, but it's just it's
like, do you just get turned on by?
I really don't understand where these people are finding the time. Am I doing something wrong?
Well, he said
because I'm just like, where is this
even when
time?
They went to meet up at the hotel, logistics were tricky. Even working from home.
And you're working from home, and you're bringing that woman into your matrimonial home. That's disgusting. Some people are just
Well, you're supposed
vile.
to be working.
Yeah, some people are vile, and I don't judge anybody as long as they're not getting anyone else's feelings hurt. It's when you start hurting people in the process of what you're doing that's when things become a problem. Step away, be by yourself. Life is easy. Everyone's single these days, no matter what age you are. It's completely fine. No one's being forced to be in marriages these days.
No.
Nobody is forced to be in partnerships these days, unless obviously some people are doing it because it's cheaper. But because of the economy,
People are finding love in their 60s and their
exactly.
70s.
And so there's really no need. And if you are that person who you find yourself continuously cheating, that means that you have to tap into yourself and think really what is truly wrong here.
Get therapy.
Yeah, exactly. There has to be
therapy.
something truly wrong. And if it's not therapy, you need to go do some shadow work and figure it out. There has to be something significantly wrong with you in order for you to have all these multiple partners and continuously cheat on people or someone who wholly loves you and adores you. So yeah, no. Oh dear, what a man. He's not even a man. He's an idiot. And this is all because he was stuck in uni in a relationship. You know that?
Monster.
All these years. What? Yeah, what an actual monster. Because why is he doing that to that poor woman? And I bet you the one that he said...
And she has no clue. No clue.
No, and I bet you know the one that he first said that he had an affair with, and she was like part of the inner
it was
circle.
too close. It was too close because he was like friends with her. He knew her.
I think she was obviously gloating at the fact that she was seeing this guy who's married, and most probably this poor woman was doing, Sunday dinners and everything with her.
Of course. I've noticed as of recent, the day and age that we live in, girl code doesn't exist anymore.
No, girl code doesn't exist. I see a few clips from like social media of these girls saying, well, if for instance, Alicia, you used to let's say we're not in partnerships currently, and you were talking to a guy for a certain period of time, and then that guy starts trying to chirps on me, start trying to say, oh, hey D, what's good? Well, that whole Lish situation didn't work out. How about you? First of all, that means you don't have a type, and that's concerning. Because Lish and I are two very different people.
Very different.
Anyone who doesn't have a type just picks any horse at the races. Like, what is wrong with you? Get yourself together. Have some sense of some pride.
He's like, why not? Let me see. Let me try my luck.
Let's just try my luck. That doesn't make any sense. And these girls are saying, oh yeah, well, they only talked and nothing happened between them, so it's fair game.
No, it's
this
not.
This whole stupid fair game nonsense is nonsense.
If you exchange numbers with my homegirl, then it's a wrap.
That's it. If you even look at my girl untoward, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. That's for my homegirls and my homeboys too. It's a wrap.
Because we got a lot of homeboys.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a wrap.
No, it's a complete wrap. There's no discussion after that.
No,
it doesn't make any sense, because once that happens, whoever that person is, you're supposed to see my homegirl or my homeboy as your brother, your sister. Yeah,
exactly.
It's not supposed to be anything more than that. It's like blank. You don't see nothing there.
There's no but when I first met you guys, it was you that I actually really liked. So then why would you continue to pursue the friend, knowing that that's not who you wanted to chat up?
I don't know. I think this is all when people are extremely young. Maybe when you're really, really young, when you're in the, you're teenagers and what you call it, and early 20s, where people are just fraternizing with everybody and it doesn't really matter.
True, but no, nowadays it's
everyone.
It's not the young. Yeah, if you're younger, whatever. But no, it's
people our age.
It's people that should be knowing better.
That doesn't make any sense to me. If I maybe see you like twice a week or whatever, you're friends of a friend of a friend of a friend. That's it. You can be friend of a friend from a sixth friend. There's no way I'll be attracted to you. Like, just no way. It's a complete no. You could be a complete zaddy. You could be fine as hell. Yeah. But there's no way.
There's no way.
Because there's other just free, fine people out there that are not connected to the inner circle.
Exactly. Absolutely not. Even I remember, I wouldn't even take it far. I used to have the biggest crush on Mos Def. And a friend of ours.
Oh, yes.
Had an encounter with Mos Def.
So
right off for me, then I was like,
that was it.
I'm done.
Yeah.
No more Mos Def.
No.
I can't look at you in that way anymore.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like, no, it doesn't work anymore.
Even if it was to come now, it would be like, no.
No.
And even that's the way I feel about Common. I used to think Common was quite attractive, but then Common is just doing the rounds.
Oh, he's yeah.
He's out here like the male Laurie Harvey. He's out here doing the rounds, and I feel the girls that he's dating are like my homegirls.
Doing the rounds, and wasting their time.
Serena Williams, lovely girl. You know, all these people that I actually think, oh man, these are dope black women that are doing their thing out here. Except for Tiffany, I couldn't care less.
That was a very weird match.
It was a very strange relationship, but it is, what do we know? And now he's with Jennifer Hudson, but he's with all these people that I kind of really like or look up to. Yeah. And because of that, I stopped finding him attractive, because then I'm just like, you're just out here doing the rounds with everybody and anybody.
Did you read his book? Right? But he's another man who's
he's gone through it. Yeah, he's gone through a lot of
this is what a lot of childhood trauma. When I see men like that, it adds up. It makes sense.
Abuse and stuff like that as well. So he didn't have the greatest of growing up. So it does make sense that, first of all, he's not in a committed relationship. He says he doesn't want commitment on that level.
Yeah.
And second of all, he's what do they call them? People that just date everybody.
Serial
dater. Yeah, he's a serial dater. But yeah, I'm not gonna say comment below if you cheat.
Comment below if you cheat. I want to know. I want to know why. Tell me why. Why are you a cheater?
I don't know.
Tell me why you cheat.
Sense. Just leave the person. It doesn't make no sense anyway. Just leave the person. Unless you're really young and you're just out here living life, F it. Live fast, die young.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about.
We're talking about us grown people,
and I'm not talking about situationships. Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I'm not talking about
situationship where someone hasn't really said, you're together, you're in a relationship, this is it, blah blah blah.
That's
blah,
not
blah.
cheating.
That's not cheating.
No,
it's not cheating at all. Girl, get yours.
Exactly. 100%. I'm talking about marriages, long-term relationships where you live with your partner, your significant other.
Yeah.
I want to know why. Why do you think it's okay to cheat? Yeah. Or why do you cheat? Do you think about the other person if you cheat?
I don't know.
I mean, this guy, he says he feels bad, but he's like, fuck it.
Whatever.
I've been able to separate the two.
So it's basically decompartmentalizing the two, basically. Separating everything. It's an actual job. Him cheating is like it is genuinely an actual job.
His is a job.
Yeah.
His is an actual job.
But
do you cheat on your significant other then because a lack of sex? They don't give you what you want sexually. Maybe you're into, what is it, BDSM?
People always make excuses with that nonsense, talking about, it's because of the sex, and this is the reason, that's the reason why I'm cheating. And half of the time, it's like the people that they're cheating with are not even attractive in any shape or form. So it doesn't make any sense. So what you're saying is a lie, because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just pure opportunity. Did I have the opportunity? Yes. I'll take it.
Is it the thrill of seeing if you could get away with it?
You can get away with it. The stupid thrill.
Allow it. Don't cheat. Cheating is bad. It's not
bad.
Nice to the other person. And I'm not condoning cheating, but if you're going to cheat, please make sure you use protection. Because
stay safe out here.
Stay very safe out here.
And if you're out here doing clicking and clanging around the clang, like that, like that guy with 3, 4, 5 different people, please get tested. It's free. please get tested. Stay safe.
On a regular basis.
Exactly. Please get tested and stay safe.
And ladies and gentlemen, also stop messing around with married people.
Just don't do it.
Don't do that.
That's not cute.
It's not.
No, not at all.
That's tacky.
Exactly.
That's so 90s.
That's so 90s. Like
so
Sex
90s.
in the City?
Yeah, so 90s. Don't do that shit.
Oh gosh, thank you so much for watching, for listening to us again for another week. We're so privileged of that. I'm Dee.
I'm Lish.
And this is Allowance.
Bye.